This is Flying Circus, and I present these videos in memory of my friend Mike.
Mike Hunt is a name that will go down in infamy as the one name that nobody, but I mean nobody, can say 3 times fast. Michael Hunt, Michael Hunt, Michael Hunt, Michael Hunt is easy. But try saying Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt.
Mike Hunt, 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 Mike Hunt. That's not so easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, while Daisy disassembles some of this framework I had for footings, I am in the trumpet. Whereas yesterday I finished digging this hole. It's 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters and 1.5 meters deep, plus another 20%. And now I'm working on this hole over here, which was originally a septic tank for the previous building that was here. And my perimeter hole measurements come to where these orange markers are. Now, I've been saving these spray can tops wherever I find them, plus my spray can also, just for this reason. And this is how you mark a hole to let you know what your perimeter or parameters are. So these just fall down, and you could put water in them or rocks to make them wait if it's windy. But they just fall down level. And if the bucket hits them, the string will either break or it will move out of the way. Simple enough. As you can see, it works quite well. Now this hose, this piping was underground, about 9 inches of dirt, and I removed all the dirt and rocks and threw it down into the hole and moved the rocks over there. And also this was over here. I had to go on the other side of the fence and dig out the dirt and rocks I had placed there to hold up the fence, but that's no longer needed. And I tied everything off with straw. Now I don't tie it off with rope for a specific reason, and the reason I don't tie it off with rope is if you grab the rope, it will pull the fence down or pull the shelf off the wall. If you just tie it up with the cheapest straw possible, maybe 150 pounds of pressure or less in most cases, if it's single, will just break the straw, and then you can just go and replace it in less than a few minutes rather than try to replace this wall. If it grabs a rope, it will just pull the wall down 100%, and I have to spend 3 or 4 or 5 days fixing the wall. So that's my depth gauge. That green top over there, that's the depth gauge. So we're down far enough, wide enough, deep enough. And this is that piece of garbage ladder, that the Chinese junk ladder that almost killed me. What I did was I straightened it out and binded it on every rung with a double twine. That won't let the ladder bend. Plus I put a full 1 by 2.5 here and a 3/4 by 2 here on there. So it wants to bend, maybe, if it wants to bend, but it won't. And the teeth on the bucket that I sharpened the other day, this was ground down wrong. This was ground down, this was manufactured with a an extra ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch of steel. But what it did is it dug through dirt, okay, but it wouldn't scratch the rock. So now this acts like a knife and scratches the rock amazingly. 10 passes and you can make a notch that's 4 inches deep. It's really at the bottom of this hole. It's 4 inches deep this way, and with 10 passes you can make a notch, scratch out the side of a hole 4 inches. So 20 passes, maybe 6 or 7 inches. So that was one modification on the bucket. And the second modification was when they gave me that junk back from the machine shop. I had nothing to do with these pieces, but now when they go into the hole, they grab the coral from this side down here and act like teeth digging straight up like that. So although those were a disaster and an accident, I put them there with the intention of sharpening them, but I'm not going to, because they just brutalized the coral. And you can see that happening with some of this notch here. This notch over here, you can see it, how it brutalizes the coral, that straight notch right there. And it does that on both sides of the bucket. So actually it makes a notch about 3/4 of an inch, which softens up or makes a relief for the teeth for the next pass if the bucket changes configuration. And this is what I've been using for a shovel, this piece of 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 L angle stock, because it's the right height to lean on and it digs underneath the pipe easily. So it's kind of like, I'm actually thinking about putting a handle on something like this, so I have a nice, make a new digging apparatus. So we just reconfigured this entire area. I took these boxes and tied them up better. Took out the framework that was over here. There was a piece of plywood over there that goes on the bottom of the machine, and this represents 1 hour of work. So I'm done in this hole here. So we'll take this and this and this. I put the bucket here so I don't fall into the hole. And over there, in that hole, which is now 10 feet deep, I put those 2x4s across the front. So Daisy, you take that, and you take this. All right, you can leave that there. All right. And then now I have to traverse down in here, and you can see, I'll show you the teeth, and then we're done. The teeth are absolutely brutalizing this coral. When I rebuilt the bucket, I had a Geets bucket in America I did something similar to, but I did it with what they call dragon tooth teeth. I put an extra dragon tooth between all of the original teeth. So if this was an original tooth, I put a dragon tooth here. But they don't sell those here in the Philippines. So what I did was I took 3/4 inch spring steel and cut them. I put one that side there, and then that side goes over there in between the big teeth. And instead of a big deep notch here, it brutalizes the inside and crushes it out, turns it into this pumice, which when wet turns into like a concrete. And if I add lime to it, it'll be really, it'll turn it into a hard pack, what we call hard pack or road rock. So this is the bucket from the inside out, and that's today's job. And Of course, we always work under the best conditions. Nothing but the best for Michael Fazio and Daisy May. Honey, come on over here. In the Philippines, baby.
Philippines, baby. Happy for me.
What is that you have in your hand?
Wonder bar.
Oh, show. You know what a Wonder Bar is?
Yeah, this is Wonder bar.
Wonderful. My girl, Daisy. She's not just a dancer. Oh, I should show you I'm teaching Daisy how to dance. Call it dirty dancing, because we're in the dirt. And watch, this is dirty dancing. 1 foot dirty dancing, baby. Whoa. 1 foot. That's where Daisy got that Miley Cypress move from, watching me. But you know that already. God day to everybody from Michael Fazio in the Philippines, baby.